everyone! So today I thought I would do the power of makeup. I've seen this a lot actually, and I think it's a really cool concept. I think makeup is really fun to use to show different sides of your personality and be creative, but I also think it's important that we embrace how we look without makeup, and I think it's important that we understand that it's our choice to wear makeup whether we want to or not. So what the power of makeup is where I do half my face. I'm gonna do full glam as I can get, and we'll just kind of see the difference. So I'm gonna be doing this side of my face with makeup, and I will keep this side clean. I just took off my makeup with the Sephora Rose Cleansing Wipes. These things smell awesome, by the way, if you're looking for some makeup wipes. I didn't think that I'd like them, but they actually smell fantastic. They smell so good that I don't want to wash my face after I use them, but I do because I know you're supposed to. So let's go ahead and get started with this power of makeup tutorial. I'm going to start with my face makeup first today. I kind of go back and forth depending on what I'm doing, but for today we'll just start with the face. I'm going to use the Revlon Colorstay Foundation, the one for combination to oily skin, and I'm in the shade 220 Natural Beige. So I'm going to pump a little bit of that on the back of my hand. We'll start with 2 pumps, which is probably more than enough for the one half of my face, and just dot that. And it's going to be kind of difficult not going into the other side of my face, but I can clean it up with a makeup wipe if I have to. So in the comments, tell me, what do you think about makeup? Do you like wearing makeup? Do you wear it because you feel like you have to? Sometimes I feel like women and some men feel like they have to wear makeup, which I think kind of sucks, honestly. Because sometimes I just don't want to wear makeup, but sometimes I feel like I have to. Like, I'm currently enrolled at an esthetician school, and I've been in the program for 2 weeks now, and I've worn makeup every single day. And I know that eventually they're going to see me without makeup because we're going to learn cleansing and facials and all that, but I think it's kind of hard when you get around a new group of people to kind of show that bare face, and I wish that it wasn't that way, and I'm trying to grow out of that. So I think this is kind of a cool way to do that. So I think I got my foundation blended on pretty well for the one half. You can see that Revlon Colorstay gives some pretty good coverage. I do have some scarring on the side that is pretty difficult to cover up, but we'll try and get that with concealer. The concealer I'm going to use is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Fair Neutral. It's actually still a little dark for me if I'm not self-tanned. I'm self-tanned right now, so it looks great, but believe it or not, I am so pale that even Fair Neutral is too dark for me without my self-tanner. So I'm going to use this under my eye, and since we are doing a glam look, I'm going to use quite a lot. You don't need a lot with this concealer. It's very full coverage, so when you're doing a regular makeup look, you don't need to use all this, but for the sake of today, in this little tutorial, we'll do a little bit extra. So I just put that under my eyes to highlight the eyes, and down the bridge of my nose a little bit, and on my chin to highlight, and then I covered up some of my breakouts as well. So I'm just going to blend that in. Okay, so now that I have that all blended in, I'm going to move on to powder. For under my eyes, I like to use the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in Translucent. It's super affordable. You can find it at Walmart, at Target. I'm going to take a small contour brush from Real Techniques and just swirl that around in the powder. Get off a little bit of the excess and just set underneath the eyes. So I am going to take that a little bit on the forehead as well, just to set because I am a little bit oily. And then I'll bring that powder up on the eyelid too, to prime for the eyeshadow that we're going to do. I am going to powder the rest of my face with a powder. This is the Superstay Better Skin Powder from Maybelline. It has a little bit more extra coverage than a translucent powder. So I just take a fluffy brush, dab that in there, and then just buff this onto my face. This gives me a little bit extra color and coverage, which is nice, instead of just a translucent powder that's not going to really give you any extra coverage, but it'll set your makeup. So I just pat that on, drag it down the neck a little. So as you can see, I'm starting to look a little different. The next thing I'm going to do is move on to bronzer. I love the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. It's my favorite. It's so blendable and so easy to work with. I was quite afraid when I first started using it, but it's really, even for beginners, I think it's super friendly. The main two that I use are these two right here. I actually mixed both of them tap off the excess, and I just do a little in the cheeks to give some color. Nothing real precise. I'm not a big fan of contouring, I just like to do some bronzing. And then I'll take even a little bit up onto my forehead because I have like a 7 head instead of a regular forehead. I don't know why it had to happen to me. Hey there, this is editing Stephanie, now looking back at her footage, realizing that she put on way too much bronzer. You're gonna see here in a minute, it looks absolutely nuts. I don't know what I was doing. Please, please forgive me. I promise I am so much better at this than it looks in this video. If you stick with me till the end of the video, you'll see that I made it look a little bit better, but I promise I can bronze. I can bronze, just believe me. Please subscribe. Don't let this be the defining factor. You'll regret it, I know you will. Okay, bye. So then after bronzer, I'm gonna move on to blush. I'm all about affordable blushes. I really enjoy the Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes. This one is in the shade Pearlescent Pink. So I'm going to go ahead and get my brush pretty loaded up. And I like to go ahead and smile and get it on the apples. And since we are doing a full look today, I'm going to do a little bit heavier than I usually would. So for highlighter, I'm going to use the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This is kind of subtle, which is good for me because I'm kind of new to highlighter. So I use just a fan brush that I got off Amazon and I load that up. And then I just put it on the tops of my cheekbones. And sometimes I'll run it over the brow, just a little bit. And then on the lip. And a little on the nose. So we can go ahead and move on to eyeshadow. I'm going to do a look today with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance. This palette is fantastic. It's so creamy and so blendable, and you just need to barely dip your brush into it. So I'm going to take this shade, Tempera, and I'm going to put that all over my lid just to make a nice white base, and that'll help the colors blend better on top. And I bring that all the way from the lid up to the brow. So I'm going to go ahead and take the color Burnt Orange mixed with the color Warm Taupe. Tap off the excess, and we're just going to do that all the way from inner corner to outer corner. So then what I'm going to do is take a smaller pencil brush, and I'm going to get this color Cypress Umber on that pencil brush, tap off the excess, and go into my outer V. I'm going to create almost like a faux liner look. Kind of put that in a V shape. And I know it looks a little crazy right now, but you're going to blend it out. So I'm going to take that same Pro Crease brush from Sephora, and I'm going to blend this into the crease and the outer V. Blending will test your patience, let me tell you that. You will blend and blend and blend and blend, and then you'll think that you're done, and then you'll pick up a mirror and look closer and you still need to blend. And then 3 years will go by and you still haven't blended enough. And then you get in your car and you think everything looked great in the bathroom, then you get in your car and nothing looks the same, and you're not sure which one's true. Does anyone else do that? I have such a hard time with that. I get in the car and I'm like, holy crap, that's not what I saw in the mirror in the bathroom. And then I'm like, I don't know which one to believe. Do I go back in and take it all off now? I don't know. I've never gone back in and taken it off. No one said anything to me though, so I guess it's alright. So I've got a pretty intense smoky eye going on. I did have a little bit of fallout, so I'm just gonna brush that away. I'm gonna take, this is the brush that came with the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm gonna take this end with a little bit of the fluffier brush and take that Warm Taupe color and run that on my lower lash line. So then I'm gonna take my finger and use the shade Primavera, which is like a really shimmery gold shade. And I'm gonna put that all over the lid. And then I'll pick up the crease brush that we used and just blend those two together. And then I'll take my pinky and dip into Vermeer and put that on the inner corner. I'm gonna move on to brows. I like to use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. I really love this because I don't have very thick brows. They're kind of sparse at the tail, and I'm able to use this product to make them look really nice. So I'll roll it up, start with the inner part of the brow, and just do short strokes. Just to fill it in, just barely. I'm barely using any pressure, just to get some color in there. And then at the tail, you can kind of see I have a little more sparseness there. That's where I really kind of do a little bit more pressure because I need more help there. And then once I've done that, I'll just run the spoolie through it one more time to comb out the product. And I'm usually pretty content after that part. And then I will take my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper, which is one of my favorite products to use to set the brow. I'll take that, and this is in the shade Blonde, and I'll just run that over, just to set the brows in place. For lashes, I'm going to curl them with the Tarte eyelash curler. For mascara, I'm going to use the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal, and this is in the color black. And I'm really going to build it up because I don't have falsies right now, and then if I did, I'd put those on. But if you build this one up enough, you can almost get a false lash look. And lastly, we're going to move on to lips. I'm going to use the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Lovecraft. I just got this a few days ago, and I think it's beautiful. There you go. Now I have half of my makeup done. So as you can tell, I look quite a bit different with makeup on, and I think that's fine. I think makeup is a way to be fun and creative and show a different side of yourself. So there's this side, and then there's this side. And I'm the same person no matter what. So don't let anyone make you feel bad for wearing makeup, and if you don't want to wear makeup, don't feel bad about that either. I think it's all about doing what you want to do. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe because I put out videos every single week, and I would love to have you come and watch them. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. I would love to hear what you think. I will see you at my next video. Bye!